Song-specific patches provide a simple way to accurately replicate all the sounds and parts of the original song and are designed to use in Sunday Keys, our all-in-one solution for live worship keys. All the complex programming is done for you, so your left hand can trigger textures, ambiance, and sequences, while your right hand is still free to cover the most prominent parts, like pianos, leads, and pads. Intuitive song sections are pre-programmed to ensure seamless dynamic transitions. For this tutorial, we'll use the song's original key and tempo, but you can easily adjust these within the patch if needed. In this video, you'll learn how to play I Believe using the song-specific patch from Sunday Sounds. We'll explore the parts, riffs, and sounds you need to play it live with confidence. Ready? Let's go. This patch has piano, pads, bass, organ, all triggered in the left-hand range, which stretches from here to here. In the upper left-hand range for song section 3 and 4, you'll find there's a chord piano. It stretches from here to here. Your right hand will be playing piano for all of the songs, so you have piano layered all the way up through the top, so you have lots of freedom and flexibility to do whatever you'd like. This song starts with song section 1 for the intro, verse, chorus, and downbridge. Song section 2 for medium chorus, interlude, and bridge. Song section 3 for big bridge. Song section 4 for your big chorus and your interlude. For your intro, you'll use song section 1. First, I'll go ahead and show you hands together. Okay, so left hand is playing octave bass notes, or sometimes I'm playing single notes in the left hand. A lot of the chords for right hand, especially in the first half of the song, will be down here underneath middle C. And so you'll notice that in the intro, the chords are played really evenly, which is different than the rest of the song, where there is a bit of a syncopated feel where a lot of the rhythm is landing on the and of 6 or the and of 3. So here's just the right hand. All right, so here's hands together one more time. For the interlude, you'll use song section 2. So here's how I like to play this one. So I'm still playing lower chords in the right hand. I'm adding some little melodies kind of mixed into the rhythm. So like I mentioned in the intro, instead of being straight most of the song, you'll hear that the rhythm being added, especially by the left hand, happens on the and of 6 or the and of 3. So if any of the little melodic bits are a bit tricky, if you can kind of get that pulse with the 6/8 and with the rhythm landing on the ands, then that is a lot of the song, and you can kind of mix up where you actually play those notes. But if you kind of have that rhythmic feel, that will really work for a lot of the song. Okay, so here's how I'm doing the right hand. And this little melodic idea comes back often in the song. Hands together one more time. Right, and then there's another interlude. You're going to use song section 4 for this one. And instead of going through the chorus progression for this interlude, now it's just the final bridge progression. And I just like to bring the right hand up high for this one and play pretty simple chords with that similar rhythm going on. How this comes back. And at this point in the song, I have moved right hand to playing in this octave, but as we move down out of this interlude into a quiet bridge, I like to bring that right hand down lower as well. So one more time, hands together. For the verse, you'll use song section 1. You're actually going to play the verse the exact same way as the intro. So if you want to see it in a little bit more detail, go check out that section of the tutorial, but I'll go ahead and show you just one time through. You're going to play the chords nice and evenly, just like the intro. For the second verse, we'll still be using song section 1 for that, but I do play it a little bit differently. So here's how I like to do this second verse. All right, so I'm still playing left hand in octaves. Right hand is playing down here underneath middle C, playing some chords, kind of keeping that rhythmic feel, kind of that syncopation going, and then adding in a few melodic bits that you're probably hearing throughout the song. And then the second half of the verse really builds and does a few different things. So I'll go ahead and show you the chords for the first half. So here's right hand. so you can hear there's some space in between the chords, and then there's these little melodic riffs that are happening, and then there's this little motive that we hear coming back. Okay, so here's hands together for the first half of the verse. And then anytime you're on the 5, it could look like this. You're doing that suspension, or you can do it up higher. And you'll probably see me do them kind of mixed up, depending on where the rest of the chords are and the sound that I'm going for in that moment. Okay, so then the second half of the verse, here's how right hand will go. Okay, so for the second half of the verse, I'm gonna go ahead and play it hands together one more time so you can see how the hands are kind of overlapping, because they're sort of taking each other's place as it goes. Okay, so it starts out very similar to the first half of the verse. And then as it continues, I kind of swap my hands while holding down the pedal. So this is being held, and then I can move my hands so that now left hand replaces the chord here and right hand now moves up here. Okay, so here's the 6th minor chord. Okay, now for the next one, I will be playing the left hand note here and then pulsing with these chords. Right there, you can keep the chords going if you want. Left hand is playing the chords, so right hand can sneak over and change to the next song section, to song section 2 for the chorus, which is what's next, or you can kind of slow down the chords to change that. You can kind of work with it, see how you want to do it, and then you can check out the demo to see how I kind of do those transitions. Okay, so then at the end of that, you can continue playing chords. At this point, your left hand is playing the chords. And so you can continue with that and then sneak right hand over to change to the next song section for the chorus, which comes after, or you can kind of slow down the chords. You can just kind of figure out how you want to make that transition. Feel free to check out the demo to see how I did it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do hands together the second half of this verse. Down chorus, you'll use song section 1. And for this chorus, I like to play the chords and the melodies a little bit more sparse than the rest of the choruses. So I'll go ahead and play hands together. Still doing octaves in the left hand, and you'll be playing these lower chords down here. You'll still be playing octaves in the left hand and chords below middle C here. So here's right hand. All right, again, you have piano all the way up to the keyboard, so feel free to do it however you want. Here's hands together one more time. For the medium chorus, you'll use song section 2. For this one, I play it pretty similarly, but I'm just adding in a few extra notes and a bit more of the rhythm. So here's how I like to do this one. Right, and then for the final big chorus, you'll use song section 4. And this time I play it about the same as that previous chorus. I just bring right hand up the octave here and just play the chords. If you'd rather have the piano playing in the mid-range to continue to fill that space, feel free to do so, or you can bring it higher. You can make up your own thing to take it up another level. But here's how I would like to do the big chorus here. for the bridge, you'll use song section 1, still playing octaves in the left hand, and you'll be starting with chords in the right hand. We'll be doing low chords. So here's how this first bridge will go. So this first time through, I just like to hold out the chords. Just really nice and simple. And then second time through the bridge, now you'll move to song section 2, and you'll slowly start adding in some more movement and some more of the melodic kind of fills we've been doing at other points in the song. So here's how I like to do the second time through the bridge. So just adding in a little bit more of the left hand rhythm, a little bit more movement in the right. All right, so now the third time through the bridge, I now move to song section 3. And I'm going to do some thumb pulses in the upper left hand range here, or sometimes I do add some chords in my right hand instead, whatever kind of makes sense for where we're at. So here's how I like to do this one, hands together. So I'm playing some chords with right hand, adding in some more of a thumb pulse so that you hear that on the 8th note, so you hear all 6. Okay, and then for the final time through the bridge, it's going to change a little bit. You'll stay on song section 3, but this time I move right hand up higher and add in a new melodic line. You can do it in octaves, you can do it in single notes, but here is hands together. So I'm pulsing some chords and then I'm adding in these octaves. And this new melodic idea comes in on beat 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the first one is like this. For the second chord, I like to do it like this. And then the third one is the same as the first. All right, here's hands together. And then at the end of the song, we're going to have a down bridge. So you're going to use song section 1 for that. And on the recording, they do a bit of a quick arpeggio. Now, the top note of the arpeggio is what goes right alongside left hand. So the other 2 notes have to come before left hand plays. here it is in time. So I like to do the right hand notes the same for the first 3 chords. And then I change it for the 4th chord, just to match the melody a bit more. But again, feel free to do it how you'd like. And then for the final bridge, this is how I like to do it. Head to the link in the description to get this song-specific patch to use inside the Sunday Keys app. All the Keys audio you've heard in this video was captured straight from the app with no post-processing applied. The app is available for both iPad and Mac. This patch may also be available in other formats. If you'd like to discover more about Sunday Keys, there's a link in the description to learn all about it.